There are a lot of amazing tools to animate images or characters with AI. Realistic movement, psychedelic animations, talking cartoon characters, depth animations, even some of the most powerful lip syncing can all be done completely free. I'll show some combos too, like generating a scene and replacing the character, or adding lip sync on top of a video you generate, plus creative upscaling to fix any morphing issues you may have. There's a ton of possibilities and probably some tools you've never seen before. I'll get into some of the lesser known tools a little later. There's one I think is super underrated, but I'm going to start with Minimax because it's one of the best text to video models available right now. It's really good and is currently 100% free with no limits. It's just text to video right now, but they did say image to video is coming soon. It defaults to Chinese, but it should pop up to translate it to English. I'll play a couple of these on the homepage really quick. It does a great job at explosions. This cat walking down the runway with a wolf is really cute. And this character that jumps out of a video game stays consistent through a lot of complex movements. This guy summoning a fire creature, his hands stayed really consistent, and even the complex face tattoo does too. This transition from above water to underwater with a scuba diver is really smooth. This green monster is incredible. It's amazing how far video generators have come. Most of this stuff was unthinkable even 6 months ago. One more, this zombie walking up to a house. It replicates the fisheye effect well and just all around solid shot. All right, let's generate something. A man walking with a dragon. There is a medieval castle in the background. They're walking intently as if heading to battle. It's a simple prompt. This word optimization will optimize the prompt to improve the quality of your generation. You can turn it off for more specific prompts. I'll leave it on for this one and generate. I can watch it generating on the Mine tab. It says 6 minutes. I found these to be relatively close estimations, and this is a busier time of day. This is done now. That looks great. He's got a really smooth walk cycle. The dragon looks good, although the wings are a little twitchy. Really solid overall. I ran this prompt yesterday too. This one was solid as well. Kind of weird, his left arm is inside the cape and his right arm is outside of it, but I didn't even notice that before. I'll run another prompt. It'll be a woman walking through a high security facility and nodding at a guard. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. All right, here's that one. It looks good, but it didn't really get the whole prompt in there. So I ran it a few more times. I liked this one the most. I'll download that because I'm going to use that later. I'll show just a couple other generations I did in here. So I've got another guy walking with a dragon, but through a parking lot. Then a dragon heating up his friend's tea for her. I don't know why I kept generating stuff with dragons. This was a somewhat complex prompt and it handled it well. I've got an orc riding on a dire wolf. I did a few of these. Almost every one of them looked good. I did the opening line from Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Not bad. Then this first person shot pushing through a jungle to a waterfall looks amazing. Since their image to video isn't out yet, I recently did a long comparison of the other leading video generators, Runway, Kling, Dream Machine, and Pixverse. So out of all those, Kling won overall in quality, and that was before their recent update to version 1.5, which was a pretty big improvement. But I mentioned them here because they also won the best free plan, which gives you 6 generations per day, so that's another great option. Moving on to Viggle, this one is so much fun. You've probably heard of it since a lot of videos have gone viral using it. They have a ton of templates to choose from. I'll start with one of those just to demo them. Then I'll use some of those shots from Minimax. Over on the trending page, we've got this Emma Stone dancing scene. I'll use that, then upload an image of myself for the character, and create. These are usually done in under a minute, and there it is. Those are some solid moves. I need to work on those. One more template. So of course the eating dogs and cats dance is trending. So I'll use that and upload a cat for the character. And easy as that to create a meme.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Now I'll use this shot I got from Minimax and I'm going to replace her with an alien. Then I'll merge the shots so she looks like some sort of shapeshifter. So this is just her disguise so she doesn't get noticed. Here's the character I'll use and create. That looks good. This and the original one aren't perfect. I'll show how to fix that in a minute. Also, I'll mention that you can generate these onto a green screen background. That's really useful. And they also have this feature to switch out multiple characters at the same time. Right now you get 10 generations per day under the free plan. I haven't found myself needing more than that. Now I'll pull this into Premiere to merge the clips. I'll find a spot after she passes the guard, then switch it to the alien. That's a good spot. And I'll just add a little cross dissolve to make it more like she's shape-shifting. That looks solid. Now just a few sound effects to finish it off. Now, there's not much detail in the face of the woman or the alien, and they're a little morphed. So I'm going to use a creative upscale. I'll do that in Krea. Up top, I just go to Enhance, then Upload the video. This feature is going to not only give it a higher resolution, but also reimagine the video. That tends to fix a lot of the issues that are common with AI videos. There's a few settings you can change here, even going all the way up to 120 frames per second. Then the strength and resemblance, depending on what you need. A few different presets where you can change the style to, then just click Enhance. So here's the finished upscale. It cleaned everything up nicely and added a lot of detail and clarity to the faces. This is a super helpful tool. 48% of marketers are concerned that AI will replace their job. So I've partnered with HubSpot to give you a free resource that's your ticket to riding the AI wave, which is transforming marketing. Marketers aren't just using AI, they're using it to get ahead in their career. 86% of marketers surveyed say AI saves them 1 or more hours per day. This PDF is the ultimate resource. You'll find out how marketers are using AI right now in 2024, what tasks they're streamlining, and what tools they're using, and a whole lot more. There's a whole chapter on how marketers are navigating content creation with AI. So take advantage of all their research and findings by downloading the free PDF linked down in the description. AI can transform the way you work. So thank you to HubSpot for sponsoring this video and for providing free resources to the people that watch this channel. The other feature I really like in Krea is their image to video. It's over on Generate, then Video. It's a completely different style of videos. This has the last render I did in the preview, but I'll start a new one. Just click to add a keyframe, then upload an image. So I have a few images in this style of these women with some bioluminescent jellyfish. I'll add a new keyframe for each. You can extend these up to 10 seconds and it defaults to looping, so it will merge back into the first frame seamlessly. You can turn that off if you want. Now that I've got the images, I'll add prompts for each of them. Then there's 4 styles to choose from. I'll start with the render style and click generate. After a little bit, it will show you a low quality preview of what it will look like. You can hover over the generate button and it will let you click to cancel if you don't like how it's looking. That can save you on credits. I'll let it finish up. Then it looks like this. Some really cool transformations. These are great to put to music. We'll also run it in the other 3 styles so you can see how they look too. You can generate a lot under the free plan. You get free daily generations. Depends on what you're doing for how many credits you use up, but it's a very generous free plan. I've generated quite a bit in one day before without running out. Like, it still says 0 minutes used after generating all those. So honestly, I'm not sure exactly how the minutes work. I'm going to show 2 different lip syncing tools. One only works from an image, but is very expressive. The other can map lip syncing and facial movements onto a video. First is Hedra. You get 5 generations per day under the free plan, and the lip syncing is much more expressive than previous tools. I used Google's new Notebook LM the other day for a short. It generates podcasts. I made one about potatoes, so I'll use a short clip from that. Then I'll upload the image of a potato doing a podcast that I generated for it, and then generate. These work pretty quick, and here's the result.
Okay, so potatoes.
Oh, right.
Not exactly the first thing you think of, probably, when you hear fascinating history.
Right.
But stick with me on this one, because this isn't, your average baked potato conversation.
Okay.
That looks great. These types of characters are harder to map facial movements onto, but it still did a great job. And here's another example I did with a gnome using the classic line from Taken.
What I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
The other lip syncing tool is called Live Portrait. There's a few ways to use this. It is open source, so if you have the computer for it, you can run it locally as much as you want, completely for free. That's what I'll be doing. I installed it using Pinocchio, which lets you do a one-click install super easily. I don't have time to go over that whole setup, but if you have a capable computer, look into Pinocchio. It's awesome for easily installing a lot of open source tools. You can also use Live Portrait on Hugging Face, which has limited free uses each day, or you can use it on Fal.ai, which isn't free, but is pretty inexpensive and lets you run a lot of open source tools without installing them on your own computer. However you choose to use it, once you're in here, it has the option for image or video. I'll switch to video. I'll use this orc riding on a dire wolf from Minimax. And I'll just use one of their example driving videos they have here. There's more settings you can fine tune if needed. I'll use everything as is and click animate. Then in under a minute, here it is. So it maps the movements really well, even while it's moving and at a different angle than the driving video. It also has these all three next to each other to see them at the same time too. I want to do another one, but use my face to drive it. So I've got a Viking I generated in Kling. So I also generated a quick Viking song in Suno. I'll splice out just a couple lines from that and sing along with it into my webcam. Now I'll use that as the driving video and animate. And here's the result. This tool is amazing. You can see how you're able to add emotions and dialogue into a character, or you can add singing for a music video. Here's an example Enigmatic E did similar to this. I can't play the song on YouTube, but he used Viggle to change himself into Billy Joe from Green Day. Then he used Animate Diff in Comfy UI for cleaning up the video. That'd be similar to the Creative Upscale I showed in Krea, but Comfy UI is way more customizable. Also a much steeper learning curve, but completely free and open source. From there, he generated some backgrounds in Ideogram and composited it in After Effects. It's an awesome workflow. I'll link to his video on X down in the description. I'll jump into a few quicker ones that are really cool, but the use cases are a little more niche. With Adobe Express, you can animate cartoon characters speaking. There's a lot of other tools in Adobe Express that are pretty cool. So it's a web app and it's all free. A lot of it is kind of like Canva, where you can start from templates and create solid designs easily. There's also a good image generator. You can also use generative fill to in-paint and remove or add things to images. Their generative text effects are pretty cool too. So yeah, there's cool stuff in there, and it feels like a lot of people don't know it exists. But the bar I want to show is under video, then animate characters. There's a big library of characters to choose from, then backgrounds to add. Then you upload whatever audio you have and it will animate them speaking that. I'll try out this robot guy. I'll zoom out so I can see his full body, then add a background. How about to another planet? Then I generated a couple sentences in 11 Labs. I'll upload that and send it. Here's how that looks.
Welcome to Futurepedia, where you'll learn to leverage AI tools to future-proof your life and business. Subscribe so you never miss a video.
That looks awesome. It has all the mouth movements and also adds the body movements. These are perfect for explainer videos. You could even add another character. I'll try that. I'll use this crab guy. Then I used a different voice in 11 Labs, and I added the other audio at the beginning but turned it all the way down. That was just so the timing would sync up easier, and I'll send that. Now I can layer those on top of each other.
Welcome to Futurepedia, where you'll learn to leverage AI tools to future-proof your life and business. Subscribe so you never miss a video.
Amazing! I'll subscribe right now.
If you have a need for these types of animations, this is probably the easiest and fastest way to do them. It's really cool. Another fun one for kind of quirky animations is animated drawings by Meta. It's designed to animate children's drawings, so some of the animations are pretty silly. You just upload your image on a white background. If you need to remove a background, there's a couple easy ways. On a Mac, you can actually just right-click on an image, go down to Quick Actions, and click Remove Background, and it will remove it just like that. You can also go to the website, remove.bg. That works well too. Once the background is removed, upload the image. From there, resize the crop if anything is cut off. After that, you'll fix any issues it has masking it. Just brush on or off the areas as needed. Then select the joints and eyes and let it load. Then you can choose from all these animations. There's a bunch of different ones. I'll do another example with this claymation character. Also, it looks ridiculous if you add a real person. You could also add a background and even splice a couple together. Immersity AI can make immersive depth animations. Just upload an image, then tweak the settings. You can change the type of animation. This looks really cool, zooming in and out. You can change the length of the animation. I'll switch it back to the rotating one though. You can completely fine tune it using the custom mode too. It's all super easy, but I like the way these look a lot. Under the free plan, you're limited to exporting in 720p and with a watermark. You can export as many as you want at that resolution though. And that brings me to my next tool, which is in CapCut. I'm sure just about everyone is familiar with the CapCut editor to some extent, but I want to show the free video upscaler they have. It's under Magic Tools, up to for videos, then Video Upscaler. You can quickly upscale these and any other videos you may have by 2x. It's really helpful to have a quick and easy upscaler like this. Of course, it's nothing compared to a premium tool like Topaz where you can denoise and enhance, but I've still found this very useful to have. And make sure to check out Futurepedia.io. You can find the best AI tool for any use case, browse a curated list of tutorials, keep track of AI innovations, and sign up for the free newsletter. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.